Well, again, it's never bad when the UPS guy shows up with a Gibson box. Let's do some video magic. Voila! It is now open. So, it's always fun to order stuff from Gibson at this time of year because you never know if you're going to get a cool gift with it. This particular time, it came with some really nice picks. But this guitar, which I will get out and then, let's see if I can get the right side. Oh, there it is. This one really fit in with Black Friday more than anything else. And so I could not resist. Let's get this holiday season started off with some seriously nice black. These cases are absolutely just gorgeous cases. I love the latches. I love everything about them. But this particular one, everything goes together well with what's inside the case. Probably touched for a moment on this particular one, but what sealed it for me was the red and black Voodoo knobs. You don't see these very often on anything except Voodoos. And this one pulls off the tuxedo black and white really well. Now, I will say this. I'm planning on changing those tuners because as cool as they might be to somebody, and probably vintage correct as they are, which I cannot seem to get it to focus on, I'm just not a fan of those little tiny tuners. But that rosewood fretboard is looking gorgeous. Now this is an all ebony. It does have the pearloid back plates. Let's see what kind of case candy we got. Gibson COA strap, the pick guard, which surprisingly I was not expecting that, and the usual good stuff that is your normal case candy, and of course the repair inspection stuff, the warranty card. So very nice. Something I didn't realize was the poker chip matches that. Now I'm not sure if that's a Voodoo spec or not, but it's kind of cool to see that be that way because I was not expecting that, and I don't think that was actually talked about. Man, why is my camera not focusing today? But it's a gorgeous look. This look is great with these all black and the mix of the white. It pulls off the black and white theme outstandingly well. So we didn't get the ornament this year, but we did get this set of picks. So a dozen picks in the pearloid, which is kind of cool in amongst itself. All right, so this guitar was in the Gibson Demo Shop and on reverb, and it was a black and white during Black Friday times. And I can show you a few things that got this one to its status in the Demo Shop instead of Mod Shop. That right there is a pretty noticeable ding and breakthrough. And then on the deal up here on the D, I believe, yes, right there, if you can see it, there's delamination of the lacquer there at the top right here. So that is what got this one to the Demo Shop instead of going into a mod collection. Now, pearloid stuff on the back really is stuff that, and this is stuff that might have happened during the swap. So that might have started off as something else, and then they decided to go Demo Shop instead of Mod Shop because of that. Now this one has the 490R and 490T, and if you've been watching the channel, you remember we had a red one that was very much a classic, just like this one, because this is a classic that's just dressed up with different stuff. So it has all of the push-pull pots, so you get the, and when you do the bypass, it automatically comes back to life, even though the volume is turned down in the middle position. But this guitar feels just like the other one, and I put the two classics up for sale. The Mystic Forest Burst and the Red Classic. And the Mystic Forest actually sold first, but then the person that bought it couldn't take delivery, and they sent it back. And I took that as a sign from the universe that I was supposed to just keep that guitar, so I refunded his money, and he got, so I've decided to keep that one. But in the meantime, the red guitar sold, and when it did, I immediately started missing it for the flexibility of the coil splits and everything, but also because the 490s in these guitars sound so good. Now, this guitar has something that I have not experienced on, and I don't remember the classic that I had before, the Red Classic, having it, and I'll check on the Mystic Forest Burst a little bit later on when I possibly run a comparison of these guys, this to the other one. But these frets look like they have been leveled, and not just pluck leveled, like they look like they have been genuinely leveled. And the nibs are still there, the fret nibs are still there, top and bottom, but this guitar's neck like the fretboard looks like it has been really, the actual fretboard itself looks like it was really flat, but also it looks like the frets, especially in the higher registers, have been leveled, and there's almost no crown to them at all. Now down here in the cowboy chord area, you can still see a little bit of a crown, and I'll try to get it to where you can see that. But down here, it basically just goes flat, and they're like the wide flat of the fretless deals, and I swear that was not the way the other one was. And this one is very, very, very nice when it comes to its resonance. Now, things that are also changed, I mentioned this at the beginning when we were unboxing it. It's got, I don't know if that's a Voodoo spec or if that's something that they just did to match the Voodoo knobs, but it's got the red and black poker chip as well as the Voodoo knobs, and like I say, it's got the coil split as well as the phase reversal. So it's also got the bypass, and again, turn the bypass on, everything comes to life. So without further ado, let's play a few riffs with this guy and let it get, then we'll probably give it some time to get it acclimated, and then do a comparison of it next to the slightly older, well actually I guess it's slightly newer because it's a 2022 model Classic with the dirty fingers. But this guitar really is going to sound very similar to the Red Classic that had the pearloid pickguard that was the special cut shape. And I'm really happy to have this guitar with these pickups back, because it really is a unique sound, and I really like, because they're not quite as bitey as the 496 498s, and they're also just different sounding than the 61s or the 57 Classics. So anyway, a few run-throughs of some tones, starting off on the neck. Middle position. Now the bridge. Now, do the same setup, but let's do it with the coil splits on both the pickups. So, neck first. Middle, both of them in single coil. Now the bridge. Alright, now middle position with neck single, humbucker rear. Reverse it now. Single coil in the bridge, humbucker in the neck. Now this is the one that I've always liked. because that is phase reversal, single coil in the bridge, humbucker in the neck. And you lose a lot of volume, but you gain a lot of you can do it the opposite direction, and it'll have and I like that one too, but there's just something about the quacky sound that this one makes. Now let's throw some dirt on that. I just like the way that sounds. Out of phase is a fun place to be. Both of them in humbucker. Let's get back to the clean channel for a moment. Let's do that humbucker sound. Both of them out, but this time out of phase. But there's something about the way this sounds with some dirt on it, especially when you're doing some just basic riffs. But also Second single. Bridge in single. But there you go. So this is it. This one is going to get a tuner swap because I don't like these little button tuners. So I have ordered some deluxe style waffle back setup so that they will, I don't know if that's a waffle back. That's not waffle. Those are the Gibson Deluxes is what I've got. That are the keystone shape. But I'm going to wind up putting on this one because I just don't like the little white button tuners. I just don't. So this one I think is going to be a keeper though, because I like the way it plays. It has got some crazy nice action. It's got some crazy nice action on it, and it feels great. It's a great weight. I need to weigh it, but it's about 9 pounds if I had to guess. 8.5, 9, but it is a great weight. It feels wonderful and it plays amazing. I don't think I'm gonna let this one go. If somebody really wants one, throw me a number that has over a 2 in it, and at the first of 4 numbers before the dot, and we'll talk. But this one, I think it's staying around for a while because it has a lot of neat stuff, and it came with some really nice picks from Gibson. So sad that we didn't get an ornament. Not really sure how to handle that in my mind, but anyway, till next time.